Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. Thank you so much for attending our online meeting today. I think it is suitable for us to do this meeting through online method as it is related to the topic that we are going to discuss today. Firstly, I would like to welcome our Mr. Secretary, Mr. John Paul, our IT Manager, Mr. Dylan Aye, and lastly, our Human Resource Executive, Mr. Irshad Hakimi. As we have discussed in our previous meeting that FDJI Limited is going to transfer to a new working method, which is the hybrid working method. As we all know, the impact of COVID-19 throughout Malaysia for all of the company here is quite bad. Most of them have to shut down, but the one who adapt is the one who survive. And I think FDJI Limited has to do the same so that we could survive this. And maybe in the next year, we would have a positive projection for our business. Without wasting any time, I would like to welcome Mr. Secretary, our John Paul, to present regarding the infographic that we have today. Please take the floor, Mr. John.
Thank you, Mr. Fazli. So I will be presenting about the introduction and background of issue. So as we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic has caused difficulties which have led to a big change in the work environment in recent years. Employing remote workers became an important strategy as organizations made adjustments to be operational during times of uncertainty. The first point I would like to highlight is the impact of remote work. So FlexOS in 2023 and Square Talk in 2023, based on their statistics, showed that 66% of managers reported higher productivity, 48.5% reported significantly improved output and result, 2% experienced a decline in productivity, and 77% of staff believes remote work will reduce operational expenses. The second point I would like to highlight is the potential detrimental effect for FDJI Limited if we do not carry on with remote work is first is the risk we will be unable to compete with other organizations that already practice remote or hybrid work or method. The consequences will be decreased output, talent loss, and recruitment challenges in terms of our employees. Lastly, based on our analysis and tailored solutions, we have to carry out an examination of the current state of remote work and the consideration we have to take in the consideration of its impact on FDJI Limited, and we have to also figure out tailored solutions that align with our company's goals and demands. That is all from me. I will pass the floor now to Mr. Dylan, our IT manager. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Now, I want to recommend 3 steps that I think we as FDJI Limited can take to implement a hybrid workplace. The first step that I would like to suggest is flexible work schedule framework, where the company can implement a flexible work schedule to cater to individual preferences and personal circumstances. This could include co-working hours for team collaboration while allowing employees the autonomy to choose their start and end time. According to Statistic Canada in 2022, in April of 2022, nearly one-third of employees aged 15 to 69 had the flexibility to choose when they start and ended their workday. To make this method work, the company could implement a trial period to test the effectiveness of the flexible schedule framework, at the same time gathering feedback from employees and making necessary adjustments based on their experience. This will foster a balance between structured teamwork and individual flexibility, and at the same time promoting productivity and employee satisfaction. The second step that I would like to recommend is comprehensive training program, where the company can boost remote work effectiveness by investing in collaboration tool and offering comprehensive training. This training cover tool usage, virtual communication, and project management. Research by Maria M. in 2022 suggests a 21% profit increase for companies investing in employee training. To simplify learning, we can choose a user-friendly platform such as Microsoft Teams to ensure regular software updates. The tech department should provide accessible IT support, minimizing issue, especially for our older employees. This dual investment in technology and training aim for seamless communication, collaboration, and increase in productivity in remote work. The third step that I will recommend is performance-based evaluation, where the company can aim to transition to a performance-based evaluation, where it emphasizing outcomes and achievement over strict time-based assessment. Clear performance metrics aligned with overall goals of the company will be communicated for each role. Regular feedback session between managers and employee will discuss progress, challenges, and goals. The company plan to establish a recognition and reward system, including virtual acknowledgement, performance bonuses, or incentive tied to key objective. A research done by Centon in 2020 suggests a 14% higher employee productivity, performance, and engagement in companies with recognition programs that that recognize uh, progress and uh, contribution to the company. That's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you,
Now,
Mr. Dillon. I think we should continue with Mr. Ishak. Please, Mr. Ishak, continue.
all right. Thank you, Mr. Fazli. From the HR department, I have constructed the implementation plan, which is the step by step we will take during these hybrid changes. The first one will be the formal notice, informing the implementation of hybrid work to all employees on every level, as employees need to remove all of their belongings from the office should they need to do so. Now, with the help of the IT department, we can schedule them to help the employee move their items and belongings out from the office. At the same time, installing software needed for hybrid work and technology needed to conduct such hybrid changes. One third of the company's employee experienced a very bad reception for internet power usage. Thus, we prepared a telecommunication company. We can negotiate with them on to provide internet for the employees at home with a corporate rate. And last but not least, the policy and guideline. After the hybrid changes, we will set up a 1 week trial run that will be conducted. A clear policy and guideline will be drawn, and this new policy and guideline would explain to the employee of any misconduct or any weakness during these changes. These feedbacks will be collected and will be put into consideration for the management team to analyze and conduct a solution for each and every one of the weaknesses. I think these implementation plan will be held out to every management team for every step of the way, and we will hope for the hybrid changes to be a better solution for everyone in this new era. I think that is all from my perspective. I will pass it back to Mr. Fazli for further inquiries.
Thank you, Mr. Ishak, for the implementation, step-by-step implementation. Now, I would like to firstly congratulate everyone on your part. I am completely shocked on the introduction and the background issue that Mr. John have shown us, and I agree with everything that was stated. Secondly, is Mr. Dillon regarding the flexible working schedule. That's quite smart because we are working online, and I don't think that we should practice the traditional method way of working. Comprehensive training program, yes, we have to do that because it is very important for us to train maybe the older employees to get to know the current situation and let them learn about the IT department that will help them regarding this online working method. And lastly, yes, we have to work hard in this performance-based evaluation because we don't want to promote the wrong people to a higher position. The one who work hard supposed to get it. And lastly, back to Mr. Ishak, the implementation plan. Yes, of course, we have to put out a formal notice schedule with IT department. I think Mr. Dylan have worked with his department to help this employee. And regarding the telecommunication company, our company is currently in a negotiation phase with a telecommunication company. And lastly, yes, the policy and guideline. I think Mr. John will help draw this. It is very important for the company to have its own policy and guidelines when it comes to work. I think that's all that we should discuss today. And thank you so much for attending this meeting today. And thank you for this comprehensive and very detailed presentation. See you all next time. Thank you so much.